A literal brainworm ate part of Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s brain, but he's fine now. It's actually not a funny story. It's wild that we've been talking about metaphorical brainworms for so long, and an actual worm got into his brain. An incredible story. The New York Times reports RFK Jr. says doctors found a dead worm in his brain. The presidential candidate has faced previously undisclosed health issues, including a parasite he said ate part of his brain. And they tell the story. This goes back to 2010. In 2010, RFK Jr. was experiencing memory loss and mental fogginess, and there was concern about a brain tumor. Went to the doctor. Doctors found a spot on his brain scans and said it's a tumor. And he was scheduled for a procedure with a surgeon. But he received a call from a doctor who had a different opinion and said, I think it's a dead parasite. I think it's a worm that got in your brain and then died in your brain after eating a portion of it. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Interesting, the New York Times points out, that as an independent candidate, he has portrayed himself as the vigorous, athletic, and relatively young candidate over Trump and Biden, which is certainly interesting, and regularly showing up and lifting weights or snowboarding, skiing, etc. So it is an interesting thing that he had this health issue. But we are told by his campaign that everything would be completely fine. If he were president, Bess Levin writing in Vanity Fair, everything you need to know. For one thing, his campaign says it won't affect his ability to serve as president. And it does appear as though everything is fine. You know, we often talk metaphorically about MAGA brainworms. This is literal brainworms. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. putting out a tweet about it where he said, quote, I offer, this is wild. He said, I offer to eat 5 more brainworms and still beat President Trump and President Biden in a debate. And then said, I feel confident of the result, even with a 6-worm handicap. As all of you know, I have no interest whatsoever in his campaign as someone I would consider voting for. But these tweets are genuinely kind of funny. So we're glad he's okay. He should be defeated, not because he had a brainworm, but because his ideas are not so good. And all he can really hope to do, quite frankly, is help Donald Trump become president, which, by the way, some people suspect is exactly what he is trying to do. So there is the Robert F. Kennedy Jr. story. When we talk about his brainworms, we are talking about literal brainworms. When we talk about a lot of the MAGA people, they are metaphorical brainworms, and this is 2 different things. I've had such trouble finding a great razor where I am not cutting myself or getting those nicks on my skin, which are so common with the cheap disposable razors. You have to meet our sponsor, Henson Shaving. Henson actually manufactures parts for the International Space Station and the Mars rover, and they are bringing that exact same precision engineering to the shaving experience. It hurts when you shave because blades extend too far and thus they wobble slightly. But with their aerospace-grade CNC machines, Henson is able to make metal razors that extend just 0.0013 inches. That's less than the thickness of a human hair, which means a secure, stable blade with a vibration-free shave. It also has built-in channels to evacuate the hair and the cream. No more clogs, no more rubbing your thumb on the razor to get the hair out. I use Henson at home. Shaving is a great experience now. Henson wants to be the best razor, not the best razor business, which means you only need to buy it once and it's awesome. Go to hensonshaving.com/Pacman, add a razor and a 100-pack of blades to your cart, then enter the code Pacman to get the 100 blades for free. That is a 3-year supply. The link is down below.